Have doom spending.
Doom spending.
Doom spending.
Doom spending money.
So, my husband and I are $60,000 in debt.
Doom spending.
All right, boys, buckle up. I'm here in Santa Monica where everybody seems to be doom spending, running up that credit card debt. Got my internet friend here, Jeremiah Babe. He's an economist of sorts, if you would. And I got to tell you, this dude's rocking behind us. I got to tell you, man, California, you read all this stuff on the news, everybody's fucked around here. But I got to tell you, things look peaches and cream over here. I mean, Jeremiah, you're from the desert. What do you see since you've been here in this little region? What's your kind of take on it?
Well, getting here about an hour ago, meeting up with you, you would think that there is absolutely nothing wrong with the economy.
Yep.
It's Thursday afternoon. Everybody's out here at the pier. They're on the Ferris wheel. They're on the roller coaster. They're at the restaurants. They're riding their little tricycles,
Yep.
walking their dogs on the boardwalk here. Looks like everything's fine.
Yeah, well, but apparently it's fine for now. And who knows, it might be fine forever. But, you know, we're going to have some fun here and we just might learn something. Anyway, let's keep this party moving.
Big is a new concept, which is people are worried.
Oh, the world's gonna come to an end, so I gotta spend it all.
Exactly.
So Dave Ramsey's like, oh, the world's coming to an end, so I'm gonna spend all my money. Makes sense. Just in case we weren't sure what doom spending was. But here's some comments from a previous video I've done. This person goes, awesome. I didn't realize there was a name for what I've been doing this whole time. Not sure whether to laugh or cry, but either way, it's impossible to get ahead. This is going to be the main kind of theme of this video. Doom spending is an outdated trend. It just helps the big companies. I'm all about revenge saving right now. Speak with your wallet. Don't buy. I like that one a lot. I like that one a lot.
Agreed.
But at the same time, I get it. But this is another one too, because I know this is like a huge topic. Everybody's covering it. This comment here goes, you doom and gloom YouTubers have been yapping about the recession, depression, the world collapsing, the collapsing of the dollar for the last 2 or 3 years, and yet the stock market has done nothing but make new highs every day. The highway interstates are jam-packed. Actually, I could attest to that. It's fucking gnarly out here.
Yeah, it took us 2.5 hours to get here.
Airports are packed. I can attest to that. I agree with this person.
Yeah.
This person goes, I just got back from Disney World. Of course you did. How was it? I bet it was fun. He goes, and they were packed like sardines, stepping over everyone. Okay, whatever. He goes, people down here spending money like it's 1999. So I don't know what this recession or collapse is that you guys are talking about, but it's sure as hell not going to take place in this country.
Totally disagree.
Lay it on 'em.
I will say this, when you have 968 million credit cards floating around in the back pockets of Americans,
Not
it's
cool.
easy to be out here. And when you go to a restaurant and they're full, look how everybody's paying for all this. Credit. Look at the average amount of credit card debt now. Household debt is at all-time highs.
Yep.
Credit card debt is well over $1 trillion now. People have pulled boatloads of money out of their homes in order to finance their lifestyle, to stay in the middle class. Look at the parking lot here of cars. How many of these people are delinquent 30, 60, 90 days? We're looking at 25, 30,000 car repos a day
Lot of cars.
in America. And look, we're gonna go
A lot of cars.
30 minutes that way into Hollywood today, and it's going to look like a whole different world. And by the way, we're in LA County, the highest homeless population in the United States of America. And people here, this looks pretty, it's nice, but people are struggling.
Here's we're gonna keep this party moving, but like I really don't care. Spend all your money. I don't give a shit. Okay, you gotta spend money. The current has to keep flowing for everybody to stay afloat. The currency, whatever. Okay. But I'm more looking towards 30 years from now. That's when all of this shit that we're talking about is going to make sense. Anyways, we'll keep it moving.
Yeah, really quick to the gentleman who made the comment about the stock market. If you're reading into the stock market as a barometer of the economy, you don't get it. Go back to what happened during the health crisis, the trillions, the artificial injections that went into the stock market, the low interest rates, the low mortgage rates that allowed these massive bubbles to just completely get bigger, which are about ready to implode. But all of this is artificial. We had so much money printed out of thin air, and now look at the price of housing here. How many people can actually buy a house in LA County? The average price is nearly $1 million.
Plus, it's like just because we haven't, or like me, where I'm 34, just because I haven't seen it with my own eyes, which I have seen my dad lose his whole business in 2008, but just because I haven't seen a bunch of made up numbers on a screen take a shit and everybody lose their money, doesn't mean it hasn't happened before. But anyways, we're gonna keep this moving. To answer your question about how many people are buying houses, I'd say about 7 people. That's about how accurate that is. But here's something to think about. We're talking long term. Pay attention to what this guy says, because this is what I'm thinking about. I'm 35. I'm thinking about when I'm 60, 65.
American workers are not even bothering saving up for a home or for retirement because both of these dreams suddenly feel out of reach. The truth is, these nihilistic thought patterns didn't come from nowhere. We now have an economy and work conditions that left 2 whole generations feeling completely shut out from the American dream. So he's
talking about how millennials and
Okay, real quick, we'll let this gentleman talk. Just because Disney World's packed, awesome. Get your shit. Go ahead. It's a small world after all. I'm totally down for it.
Hey, Jack,
go ahead.
I got to interject really quick.
Go ahead.
Just looked at Disneyland's numbers last week. They're way down. Theme parks in America, way down. The average American is tapped out, maxed out. They're not going to Disneyland now because they got to pay their utility bills and put food on the table. So Disneyland numbers are way down. So I totally disagree with what that gentleman said.
I'm just making a point that, like, yes, everybody's going to keep partying. I'm not going to just stop living because I may not retire one day. But that's kind of the point of what people are really worried about, is actually retiring. And it's actually probably a good thing people aren't having kids, because a lot of 70-year-olds are going to need jobs.
Yeah, they're going to be working till they die.
Yes, and I might be one of them. I don't know yet.
Let's just keep hoping that your channel grows.
Exactly. So, but this is a perfect example of 70-year-olds right here. This guy's got an excellent point.
Z are just like doom spending money, about how basically we're like, everything's pointless at this point. Our money's all fake. The system's screwed. So we're just going to treat ourselves. We're going to buy the things that we want. And we're just kind of, have a little bit of fun. And that's why we haven't fallen into a recession. And I just find it hilarious how this is being attributed to Gen Z and millennials when I'm pretty sure this started with the boomers. Our government's like $30 trillion in debt. And who are all the people in charge of the government? All people from the boomer and the silent generation. And people keep wanting to paint that us millennials and Gen Z are being irresponsible with our money. Well, we're just taken out of the page of the people who raised us.
Excellent. He had a point, but on top of that, I don't think it's just doom spending though. Like, okay, so I make really great money compared to most people, but I mean, if you're only making 50 grand a year, which most people are, and some of you are going, I wish I made 50 grand a year. So perspective on that one, but like, even if you're just doing the basics and you're not doom spending, just be fair.
It's almost like...
to be fair, how do you even save?
To
be fair.
It's almost like a lot of people are on the Titanic, the music's playing, they're not even worried about the ship sinking. They're just gonna go down with the ship.
Playing the violin.
Playing along with the violin and dancing and just hoping for the best. They'll deal with it when they hit the water.
I'm not gonna lie, because I would never lie to you, even though I don't know you, okay? I'm gonna rent a scooter after we're done here, and I'm gonna take it all the way down the boardwalk to Venice Beach. And I'm gonna enjoy the day. And I will doom spend a little bit. But this person says it great right here. It goes, I think it's a mixture of doom spending and the rising cost of everything, plus not being equal to wages. And then this dude goes, Jack, love the channel, but you suck dick and I think you're gay. That's fair. That's fair. It's a fair comment, okay?
Yo, I don't think...
He didn't actually say that. Okay, but let me fast forward. I just fucked up the whole thing now. Great.
Please.
No, this is perfect. As a guy, I kind of agree with what this dude says, but it turns out he's wrong at the same time. Get ready for this one.
I think guys understand how much women prop up the economy. Like, we would fully be in a recession if it wasn't for chicks buying stuff. I come home to like a package every day, nonstop. And does she send back 90% of it? Yes, but it doesn't matter. Someone has to bring that package and someone has to take it back. Those are jobs being made, okay? And she's also like always finding new spots to go to with her girlfriends, getting drinks and martinis and all that shit. Like, as a guy, I don't do anything. I buy one video game every 6
Do you guys want to hear how much credit card debt I have? Oh, here we go. I have $31,000 worth of credit card debt.
I'm in $71,000 worth of debt right now, so let's see how we got there.
And that, okay, So
at 23%.
Yeah, and this, okay, but here's my point. This one right here goes, we are in $65,000 of credit card debt. This chick's talking about somebody who actually has a husband, right? I have a girlfriend, and I can honestly say, if I did not have a girlfriend, I would not be going out as much as I do. I'm serious. But I love my girlfriend, I want a family, and I like doom spending a bit, okay? But my point is you think that it's just women, but it turns out, hold on, according to Yahoo Finance here, I don't know how accurate this, remember we're just two dudes, just two jamokes here on the internet. We don't know much, okay? But according to Yahoo Finance, a study says that according to this 2019 study, men carry more debt than women across all categories, including credit card debt, by about $125 per person on average. So men, we gotta do better. But also think about this. How many of these guys' girlfriends are the ones getting these guys into high credit card debt?
Yes, yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah, for sure.
It's happened to me. You think I've never given a bitch $3,000? You're out of your mind. But sir, what's your thoughts on that though? Seriously.
It's a web.
Not about just men versus women. I'm just saying credit card debt in general.
You better stay away from it because it's a web that you'll never get out of. You will be so entangled. And we look at the APRs now. The average APR,
mine's 30% on 2 of my
average
cards.
is 22. I see it out as high as 35.
Yeah.
Retail cards, 33, 35%. You know, when you talk, these people are almost braggadocious that they have 60,000, 70,000. It's almost like a joke.
I couldn't find many men talking about it because I feel like there's kind of a pride thing.
Yeah.
So right now I have $4,000 in credit card debt, but it's on a 0% interest card till next July. So I purposely maxed that one out, but all my other credit cards are kasloiseled. Like they're good, in other words.
These people on top of their credit card debt have student loan debt.
Yeah.
They've got rent. They've got a car payment. They got a phone payment. They got insurance. How? Jack, I got to ask you, how are people doing this? And in fact, we're here in Santa Monica. Half the buildings are empty. So anybody telling us how great things are, how come we're in multi-million-dollar real estate here? Santa Monica, average house, $1.8 million, and half the retailers are gone.
Here's what I think it is. We're gonna keep this party moving, but I truly think it is going to be the haves and the have-nots. I think that's where it's gonna go. Mm-hmm. Like, that's it. And no one's just walking around town going, hey, I'm Jack, I'm buried in credit card debt and I'm living paycheck to paycheck and life's great when I'm drinking beer at night. No one's gonna tell you that. Anyways, let's keep it moving. Not to be like so negative, we're enjoying our lives too.
You gotta have balance in your life.
You gotta have balance.
You gotta
have
have
fun.
Balance.
Take your shoes off, enjoy
you gotta
the
have
sand.
some fun, you gotta decompress
I get
a little
There's
bit.
butt cheeks flapping in the wind out here, titties bouncing around. I understand. Anyways, back to the topic at hand.
It went bad.
So this is something we're gonna kind of end on this note. Don't end up like this gentleman. I'll leave this full video down below, but don't end up like this guy, okay? There's a message here.
So here I am, 32-year-old car salesman, and you know, I'm working at Mercedes, which is a good dealership, but my bills have got pretty crazy. I mean, just my bare minimum, if I'm packing my lunch to work, give you an idea, is like around $12,000 a month.
Jesus.
So, you know, trying to cut some bills, but you know, it's you owe money on your car, insurance is high, got into a big accident, hurt my back. So I went to the hospital in the accident, and you know, my insurance is crazy now. It's like $10,000 for 6 months. So you know,
before he continues, that's less than $1,000 a month. So $12,000 a month for your bare bone bills. Just think about that. That's fucking nuts. I'm sorry. No offense.
It's tough, man. Like, I'm okay going, I guess I'm gonna have to go the opposite way and stack up some money, because you know, being in the car business, you know, even if I make $20,000 a month, right, after taxes, maybe I'm stuck with 14, I can pay my bills, and $2,000's not going to be enough to, you know, build a future for me. So
that's just about the most unrelatable thing I've ever heard in my life. You know, even if I make 20 grand a month, it's just not enough. But that's kind of where it's at. And with the credit cards, you know, I guess since you're not going to go to prison if you don't pay them back, though, it's kind of there's really no shame in the game. And I'm not ragging on this guy. The moral of the story is a man with no bills is a rich man. Keep your fucking bills low, okay? That's my personal opinion, all right? If I'm making 20 grand a month, I'm not just gonna fucking, anybody here, does anybody hear this? There's nobody there.
You make 20 grand a month, live like you make 5.
Thank you.
And the whole idea now is how to keep what you have. He who loses the least is going to win this game. But people like this, another example of just the recklessness out there and how people are living so beyond their means. They're living so far over their heads. And the guy's making a lot of money and he's living like he's making $1 million a year.
Yeah.
And the typical person making 50 is acting like they're living like they're making 150.
And to be fair though, I think that guy was making criminal money. He was making a lot of fucking money. He's making like 50 grand a month or something. But that's still, 50 grand a month, you're still like, I'm sorry, but you know, the guy wouldn't go work for Mercedes selling cars if homie was, like if you're making 50 grand a month and you don't put yourself in a spot to where you should be making 10 grand a month just off of your money. But I don't know how to do that.
Well,
obviously that guy doesn't know how to do it. I just threw him in the sand.
Jack, what happens when the economy corrects like it is doing? Now you're not making 50, now you're making 20, or now you're making 10. How many real estate agents last year were making 100, 200,000? My accountant right over here telling me stories of people making 200 grand last year. This year they made 25.
Yeah, that's piece of shit phone. That's kind of my point, right? Like, I'm not saying I'm immune to any of this, okay? But that's why I still live like I make bartender money. And some bartenders make great money. But like, I live because I know what can happen. You know, if I lose my job, what do I want to end up like that guy? Working at Mercedes-Benz?
Nobody is immune now from losing a job. Nobody.
Praying for 20 grand a month? Like, anyways, I don't know. You guys check out Jeremiah's channel. We're gonna go enjoy the day. We're gonna doom spend a little bit, and we're just gonna say stuff it, and we're gonna follow the trend. And I'm just gonna go rack up my credit card all the way to the brim, and I'm gonna buy a BMW. Jeremiah, appreciate you coming on, brother.
Good
Check out his channel,
Good seeing you.
Or don't. It don't matter to us.
You don't have to.
Take
But please do.
Now.
Now.
Hurry up. Oh shit, dude.
What?
I wasn't. I'm just kidding.
was.
I'm kidding.
I've done